Hello, welcome to the show. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone is fine. And those of you from the African continent, how are you enjoying the games so far? I hope it's going according to plan, right? And if you are one of those people like the Cameroonians who are feeling disappointed as to the outcome of the games, then I have just one thing to say to them that please don't be discouraged. Just take some heart, be cool inside. And prepare well for next time. There is always a next time. Sometimes things go your way. Most of the times, things do not go your way. But one won't kill oneself, right? So just sending some words of encouragement to those of you out there who are feeling disappointed. But enough of that. Let's run along with some of the stories making the headlines from our beloved continent, Africa. Let's get on with it. Scandal against late TB Joshua, satanic mission to pull down synagogue, says Pastor Obaseki. Yeah, one Nigerian pastor has come out to say that the BBC documentary against the popular man of God, late TB Joshua, is all just a witch hunt to try to bring down the name of the man of God. That people have realized that this man is for God, that the late TB Joshua was an African icon, and people are now trying, like people from the devil, people who are satanic in nature, are not trying to bring down his name. So let's continue to see what Pastor Obaseki had to say. The senior pastor of Divine Grace of Glory Church International, Pastor Peter Obaseki, has said the various allegations leveled against the founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, late Prophet T.B. Joshua, by his former disciples and aired by the British Broadcasting Corporation, was satanically designed to pull down his church. He said this in Benin while speaking on the recent documentary aired by BBC against him. Pastor Obasaki said he has known the late TB Joshua for 15 years, and not only knowing him, but also the in and out of the church. So he can categorically say that the allegations are baseless, aimed at pulling down his church. Prophet TB Joshua has been my mentor since about 15 years, and I go to Synagogue Church regularly for prayers. There is barely nowhere I have ever entered in the church, and I have never seen anything that is ungodly in SCOAN. So the allegations going on against SCOAN about Prophet TB Joshua is just to bring down the ministry. Prophet TB Joshua has been a great man of God that the whole world knows. God used him to do great works when he was alive, and many lives are affected. Where the man spoke very passionately for the man of God, and like I have told you before, right? I have no beef in this fight. I am neither for nor against. I am just for the truth to be out. I think that if an investigation is being carried out and no concrete evidence is found that the late Prophet TB Joshua did those things he's been accused of, then fine. But if an investigation is not carried out, then these claims or allegations will just be left hanging, and it won't do us any favor. Because if people's curiosity is not brought to bed, then it will become like a conspiracy, and everyone will just go with whatever they think is the truth. But then again, I always encourage people to speak out if something wrong was done to them. If someone did something wrong to you, I encourage you to speak out. By you speaking out, you might save a lot of people the same sad experiences that you had. But I would also say, please, refrain from bearing false witnesses. Refrain from saying things that did not happen. Try not to drag people's name into the mud. If someone did not do something to you, please do not drag their name into the mud. Do not defame them. Do not accuse them forcefully. But you know what? Let's move on to the next story for the day. Pastor Ganga differs with BBC Exposed on TB Joshua. He was a man of God. Yeah, another pastor has come out to say that BBC documentary was all a lie, and that the man of God, late Prophet TB Joshua, was a real man of God. And all what those people are accusing him of, all those former disciples and other people, whatever they are saying, this is just a bunch of lies. Renowned televangelist Pastor James Ganga has defended the late Nigerian prophet TB Joshua. The preacher recalled his personal encounter with Joshua and praised him for treating him nicely. A recent BBC documentary accuses Joshua of faking miracles and exploiting his followers. Neno Evangelism Church founder Pastor James Ganga has come out to defend the late Nigerian prophet TB Joshua, who was recently accused of faking miracles and exploiting his followers by a BBC documentary. The documentary titled The Life and Death of TB Joshua aired on BBC African Eye and featured testimonies from former disciples of Joshua who claimed that he used them to stage healings and deliverance, and also subjected them to physical and sexual abuse. The BBC report sparked a lot of controversy and debate among Christians and non-Christians alike, with some questioning the authenticity and integrity of Joshua's ministry, while others expressing their admiration and gratitude for his humanitarian and philanthropic work. He also said that Joshua advised him to return to Kenya and spread the gospel, and that he never asked him for any money or favors. That man was a man of God. I went there. I went to TB Joshua's church, and when I heard I was around, he ordered I be transferred to another house, which was presidential. On Sunday, I went to his church and found my seat, and my wife's had been reserved. Despite the church being full, I was called. I later invited him to Kenya, but he told me to relax and return to Kenya and spread the gospel, he said. Well, that is an experience. That is a recount of Pastor Nganga's experience with TB Joshua, which is all but nice to hear. And many other pastors, many other men of God, and even people alike have all shared similar stories, and they have all told their experiences with him. Like every person, some people will be nice to you, others would not be. Everyone's experience with other people is quite different. No two people can have the same experience with one person. But like I have always said before, I hope that justice can be done. I hope that if people are lying against the late man of God, they should be held accountable. And if the church is doing something wrong, if the church is abusing or exploiting or using its members, the church should be held accountable. No one is above the law. But let's move on to our next story for the day. Nigerian pastor unable to walk after embarking on 21 days dry fasting. This one is from Nigeria. A man of God from Nigeria is now unable to walk after fasting for 21 days. I don't know what that person was trying to prove, but I would like to believe that our mortal body needs water and food to be able to function. Being a believer or not, I think we cannot really change this fundamental principle about our body. You cannot really think that you can keep on going or your body can keep on going for as long as you want to without water or food. And I'm guessing the man of God is realizing this the hard way. Let's continue. The church said that the pastor has not eaten food or fruits, nor has he drank water during his 21 days dry fasting. Victor Great, the head pastor of Zion Ark of Covenant International Bible Church International, Delta State, found himself unable to walk after embarking on an arduous 21-day fast and prayer. In a video on the church's Facebook page, the cleric, dressed immaculately in a white suit, was carried from his car to the altar by his devoted protocol officers. There he was gently laid on the ground, surrounded by his congregation, as he delivered prophetic utterance that left his followers in rapt attention. On 30th August, in another video posted on the church's Facebook page, the pastor announced his intention to embark on a 21-day fast and prayer to, in his own word, shut the gates of death. I love that. I really, really love that. People are now challenging their physical nature. It's one thing to be all spiritual and believing in a more greater power. And it's another thing to starve your mortal body to a point of death. Let's hope and pray that this man of God gets back on his 2 feet. And let's hope and pray that the act he did not just do more harm on his mortal body than he might have wanted. But people, please, be mindful with what you do. Be careful with the kind of challenges you undertake to challenge your mortal body. Remember, no matter what you think you are, no matter how religious you might think you are but a mortal being. And your flesh, your mortal being, needs food and water. But let's move on to our next story of the day. Pastors defending TV Joshua are also suspect. Osinaga. Fearless pastor and author Dr. Segun Osinaga has said that any pastor defending Prophet TV Joshua of Synagogue Church of All Nations is also a suspect. In his words, the TV Joshua documentaries didn't surprise me and many others I know. Pastors and preachers who defend him are suspects as far as I am concerned. Thank you for letting me know where you stand. Cleanse your church, Lord. Expose all the charmers and magicians in your church. May your secrets not be covered in Jesus' name. Amen. TB Joshua, for those who may not be aware, has been trending for days now over a documentary on him by the BBC, where some of his alleged atrocities were chronicle. Yeah. So this pastor is saying here that, well, all those men of God who are defending him, all those who are saying that he's a real man of God and he hasn't done anything wrong, maybe they are part of it. Maybe they are also suspect. That, but as far as he is concerned, as far as his pastor Osinaga is concerned, there is more, or there was more to the late man of God that met the eye. That we didn't know every single thing about him. That there was something we didn't quite understood about him. Well, that is his take. So to you guys out there, what is your take? Do you think that what Pastor Osinaga said might have some truth to it, or might just be all lies? Let us know in the comment section below, because we love hearing what you have to say. Please do us a favor by liking this video, sharing it, subscribe to this channel because that helps us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one. Goodbye.